Good afternoon, our wonderful viewers, wherever you're getting us from. My name is Jean Lendem, and I'm your host for the very first ever and exciting edition of Mbotukala. And Mbotukala is a Tonga phrase that simply means this is how we live. Now I know in Chinyanja would probably say Njema menetin kali la oloman kali idwe. In Bemba would probably say efe tui kalapano in Sunday. I'm Bemba, but I stand to be corrected. So please get into the chat box, our viewers. Let me know how we can say Mbotukala in your local language. Now of course this is Munati TV, your TV on the go, and so that means you can catch us on Facebook. You can also follow us on our YouTube pages. Be sure to click the like and follow button so that you do not miss out on our exciting programming. Now in the studio today, I know people are wondering what does Mbotukala mean. Even when we shared the advert, I think we received a number of questions to say, what are you people talking about? So like I mentioned earlier, we are looking at how we live in our homes, and this could also trickle into the community and as a nation at large. What are our norms, our values, and our customs? So today we are talking to three wonderful, phenomenal women that actually have a lot going on in their lives. Now these women are not just only mothers, wives, you know, they have 9-to-5 jobs, businesses, school. How do they juggle around all these issues and are still able to shine at the end of the day? We did a little survey, our viewers, and we got to find out that most of the times our women or our mothers are really not appreciated for the work that they do. And sometimes we don't really see what goes on in the background in the home, or the kind of pressure that somebody is going through. And so sometimes if somebody is a housewife, the husband will say, hey, I'm the breadwinner, Nine Wende Sunga, my family is your way, you know, I take care of you so you don't do anything, you know. But then women do a lot. If it wasn't for that housewife, Sir, Mr. X, you would not go to the office and come back home and find a clean home, find a very warm cooked meal. You know, the children are well bathed, they're well fed, they're put to bed, they've done their homework, and you wouldn't even wear that wonderful suit and, you know, get promoted at the office. So it's very important that you as our men tag your fellow men as well, so that they can come and hear what our women go through, and this will also help you appreciate the role of a mother in a home, because she's not only just a mother, but out there she's also, you know, a businesswoman, she's a boss, she's a leader. So how do we work together to create a healthy environment for our children, a healthy environment in our homes, so that this would also trickle into the nation? A happy home is a happy nation. So to discuss this, I have three wonderful women. Like I mentioned earlier, I will allow them to introduce themselves, and so they can tell us who they are, and just a short background of who they are, what their family entails, who is a part of their family. You know, if they're married, if they're single, they will let us know. I will start with this wonderful lady right next to me. Please introduce yourself and just tell us something small about your family.
Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Good afternoon to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction. I actually love how you started with the presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Mambo Simuteli. I'm a mother of 5. I work 9 to 5. I have a whole lot going on right now. Talk about school, talk about dealing with kids, and a whole lot more. Yeah.
Thank you, Mambo. Beautiful lady with the beautiful flower looking all colorful. Please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hi Jane, hi viewers. Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Veronica. Mrs. Chalema. I'm famously called Mrs. C, depending on where I am. I'm called Veronica at the office. So I have different phases, different lives, and I'm known differently depending on where I am, but I'm still the same person. So I am married, I have 4 children, and I have a job. I just graduated from school. I'm graduating. I've already graduated in my mind. Anyway, I'm graduating. Yes, just graduated from the studying. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it.
Yeah. With the 4 children. Thank you so much, Veronica. Our beautiful lady.
Hi, Jane.
Hi.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having me. Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Kaseba Mwale. I am a mother of 2, and I am a business owner. I run a mobile bar. I think we'll get into that as we go on.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Kasava. And speaking of the mobile, I can't wait to talk about that because when we got here, we were actually received with very tasty cocktails. I think mocktails, we'll get into that later on. But really, everybody was saying 2 children, 4 children, and I'm here saying, okay, what was my introduction? Jean Blendema, host of Mboto Kala from Munati television. Yet to have babies too. So I really want to learn so much from you, my ladies, because there's so many women out there that are going through a lot. And sometimes someone will actually feel like giving up because they'll say, oh, you know, I have a full-time job, I have children, how am I supposed to juggle around all these tasks and still be successful? Maybe I have school, like Veronica has mentioned. So it becomes a lot more stressful. So after the break, we will dive into the meat and the steak of this discussion, where our ladies will go dive deep into what their daily routines look like and just some advice to our fellow women on how we can work around this. Now remember, I would love for you as our viewers to participate by telling us your experience. You could have 5 children, 2 children. You could just be pregnant. What's your experience as a pregnant woman? Maybe you're in school, maybe you have a job or you have a business. Please get typing in the chat box and we should be able to read those comments. And remember, we are still waiting for you to tell us what Mboto Kala means in your local languages. One Zambia, one nation, all these tribes are one. Join us shortly. Munati.
Meaning something sweet.
Munati, your TV on the go.
Catch us anywhere, anytime, as long as you have a device and internet.
Munati TV is Zambia's first internet TV station.
And internet is just not in Zambia, meaning Munati TV cuts across all borders with viewers all the way from USA, Botswana, South Africa, the UK, and world over.
Internet is the future.
And the future is now.
Welcome to the future. Welcome to Munati.
Your TV on the go. Munati.
Meaning something sweet.
Munati, your TV on the go.
Catch us anywhere, anytime, as long as you have a device and internet.
Munati TV is Zambia's first internet TV station.
And internet is just not in Zambia, meaning Munati TV cuts across all borders with viewers all the way from USA, Botswana, South Africa, the UK, and world over.
Internet is the future.
And the future is now.
Welcome to the future. Welcome to Munati.
Your TV on the go. Welcome back, our wonderful viewers. And just as we were on the break, I noted a lot of lovely comments, and we have some members, some Nati family members that are watching all the way from SA. It's good to know South Africa is actually locked onto this program. I hope you will share with us what your experience has been as well. You know, just being a mom or just having a business, an entrepreneur in this technical era. Ladies, welcome back.
Thank you,
We're
Jane.
so excited to have you here today, and just for you to share your stories with us, and you know, just to encourage another woman out there who may be going through the same thing and so much pressure, you know, especially after maybe having a baby, you know, that all these conditions that come with that. So we'd really love to dive into that. Yes, Mambo, I am looking at you. I want to hear all those details, and so, you know, so that our viewers can actually learn one or two things. Now remember, viewers, you can also participate in the program by typing your experience in the chat box, and we should be able to read your comments. Also, we're still waiting for you to tell us what Mbotu Kala means in your local language. Now, Munati TV is your TV on the go, meaning that you can access us anywhere, anytime. So you can use your smartphone because we are on Facebook. So remember to click the follow and like button. Our YouTube channel as well. You follow to subscribe, and you will be having access to all this exciting information. Can I just show off my mocktail for 2 seconds, because this is delicious cassava. I will get to you later on, but I will start with Veronica. Tell us about your everyday routine. What is it like being a mother of 4 and a wife? So you have the big baby, and then you have the babies. And like you mentioned, you have a job that you go to. You're actually an employee, okay? And then you also have your side business, and then you have school that you're graduating to soon. So just kind of briefly run us through what your everyday routine is like, just to give us some highlight. I may be motivated or demotivated.
Depending on how it comes out.
Thank you, Jill. That's a hard question.
Yeah.
It could also be a simple question, because a daily routine, I am not a kind of a routine person, but there are certain things that I do every day that probably you would call a routine, but I don't usually do things the same way every day.
Like to switch
So
it up.
yeah. And
With motherhood, there's no routine.
There's
It's
no routine.
every day as it comes. You wake up this day, you're dealing with sick kids, you're dealing with that. There's
and
no
you know,
routine.
sometimes you plan
Yes.
something, it doesn't work the way you want it.
Exactly,
You end up thinking, oh no, things can't work the way I want them to work. Okay, let them work the way they want to work. But anyway, there's a rough plan.
Yeah.
Yelling the whole
Oh wow! So there's the yelling and wake up. You need to go to school. You need to take a bath.
Yeah, so there's my plan. Okay, I wake up during the week, so maybe I have a different routine during the week from Monday to Friday, and maybe a slightly different routine over the weekend. So during school days, I'll talk about school days. A routine during school days, I'll wake up between 4:30 and 5:30, depending on how my body feels.
It has to be a body.
But anyway, I should wake up between 4:30 and 5:30. I wake up, go to my kitchen, spend some few minutes alone, planning,
What are you?
pray,
Yeah,
listen to some music.
Wow.
My children say I'm making noise, so maybe listen to some music. And you know, like I said, sometimes you don't have a routine. So when I need to pack lunch boxes, so if I didn't think of so that's the time I'm thinking, what am I packing in the lunch boxes today?
Lunch
What's for
boxes.
lunch today? So I start preparing the lunch.
Yeah, I think lunch boxes should be a topic on its own.
I think that's a job.
Oh wow! I mean, you're telling me this, and I'm saying you wake up at 4:30 and start planning on what.
Yes.
Okay, so I think
Yes.
that's also a job. The
Yes,
lunch box
it is.
and bags.
The lunch
homework.
box.
Again to talk about lunchbox.
Our
Exactly,
viewers, I think
exactly.
we should have this tune back so they can come here and motivate you on the packing of lunch
I'm telling you, like lunch
waking up at
boxes.
4:30.
It's a task.
Yes, it's a task.
Yeah, so-
and it's only one head, one brain that has to think.
Yeah.
What has to go in those lunch boxes? And you know,
Five.
sometimes
For you, it's 5.
For me, it's 5.
Kasera, 2.
For me, it's 5. And we're not
Oh,
just
wow.
packing break, we're packing break
Break
and
and
lunch.
lunch.
Okay, so you have to think about these things on a daily basis.
And wow.
whilst you're doing all of that, it's like in your head you're thinking, will they like this? Will they not like this? And then you sort of, you know, as a mom, naturally, you get to know what they like. But then again, you can't keep giving them the same thing. Like you can't keep sticking to the same routine.
So
you have to keep changing. You know,
creative
yeah. So
Wow.
today the lunch boxes will come back the way they went. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. Just make sure they have something else to eat.
Yeah.
And then the next day they finish just like that. So that's why I was saying with the lunch boxes, it's actually a separate discussion that we need to have.
Wow. Kasera, you really look like you can relate even with the 2 little girls that you have. How is that like for you?
It is a challenge. My 3-year-old is in school. She's a very picky eater. So just this morning I was asking her what she wanted to eat and she says she wanted to pack nothing. Mommy, I don't want to pack anything. Yeah.
Wow.
So I can't let that happen, of course.
Of course, yeah.
So we did it together. That's one of the ways that I've been trying to win. We try to do things together now, so just so she can feel involved. And,
Yeah. Did you let her
appreciate
pick? Did you let her pick what she wants to
she
eat?
picked one blueberry. So I may have put 5 more.
Wow. So there you have it, viewers. We can tell what it is like for our wonderful women in the morning. Now, these women, we have to keep in mind that they have businesses to run as well. So their days actually start as early as 4:30. And like Veronica mentioned, you have a little time to just breathe in, you know,
need
get
that,
into
like,
the day, send good
every
vibes,
day,
you know, and think about what her babies need to eat. Mamba has to pack 5 different lunch boxes for break, lunch, of course not supper, which is a plus. So, you know,
Same thing.
if you have
Same thing.
children, if you have children, please, I think, like Kasera has mentioned, that's actually one solution that I've actually learned from this entire discussion. You need to at least involve them, get them involved, especially if they're picky eaters. Because even as adults, we are picky. I mean, I love my mocktail, but I could be like, Kasera, I don't like the drink. So what about children? You know, they have to go to school, it's an entire day, so that's really a lot. Now, speaking of Mambo, you have a 9 to 5. How do you juggle, you know, going away from the lunch boxes? Now you are actually running a division in Zambia on its own. So that means you call the shots, you make the hard decisions. How is that like for you? And how do you incorporate, obviously you have people that are under you, so how do you work around that, plus the pressure you have at home with the children and the big baby as well that you have to take care of? So how does that work for you? What's that dynamic for you?
I think, like I said, motherhood is something that's fun, and it's something that can be quite challenging as well. And for people that you know, focused like me, I'm one person that if I wake up and I need to achieve a certain target, I have to do it. So sometimes things get in your way. And sometimes you choose, you know what, this is not going to block me, I have to do what I have to do. With regards to, you know, having a 9 to 5, I think with motherhood, you have to, for me, I believe in getting as much help as you can. You know, I think I'll share this experience. I had a friend, we kind of had, because I have twins as well, okay? So we had twins at the same time. So what happened is, when I was trying to find out from her, like, how's your routine, how do you manage? And so she's telling me, you know what, I actually have a commuter maid, and I also have someone who lives in. And at that point, I'm thinking, how do you have a commuter and someone who lives in? And like, how do you balance that? Like, isn't that too many people in the house? You know what I mean? But then again, it dawned on me at some point where you wake up, you're supposed to go to work, you have meetings, you have things that are lined up, and the commuter doesn't show up. What do you do? Okay, it means you have to always have like a plan B. So I think for me, I've always believed that in order for you to achieve what it is, whatever it is that you want to achieve, it's okay to have help. It's okay to have extra hands that are going to help you get, I call it a support system, okay? Like even in my home with, I don't call them maids, I call them helpers, because they have to leave whatever it is that they're doing to come and help me with my babies, to come and help me with my household. So I don't always like to call them maids. I like to call them, you know, helpers, because they're there to help me, you know what I mean? So I believe in having a strong support system, okay? And I think the goal is just to stay focused and do what you have to do. You know, work is also a different issue. We have a whole lot of pressure, but that's something that you learn eventually to, you know, deal with.
phenomenal
Yeah.
women on
Yeah.
this panel. That's great to hear, Mambo. And that
Yeah.
actually reminds me or takes me back to the first statement that I had made when we were starting the show. I mentioned to say, sometimes women go through a lot of phases and you feel like this is too much pressure. I
Yeah.
can't handle being a mom, I can't handle being a wife, and having a 9 to 5 or even being in school like Veronica is graduating. So it's a lot. Kasaba, you have a business to run, of which I'm coming back to because these mocktails are delicious, of course.
Yeah, they
So
are.
it's a lot. And like you've mentioned, it's okay to seek help.
Yeah.
Mothers, women,
It
it's okay for you to get help.
Yeah.
If you can afford somebody to come through, help you once in a while, you don't need to stop your, something that you love to do, the passion that you have for your business. You can have your business on the side, get help, at home so that somebody can be there to take care of the babies, make sure that the house is clean. I mean, they don't necessarily have to do everything, obviously, because you love things done a certain way in your home.
Oh,
but
yeah.
they can be
Yeah.
there to help you so that you're able to juggle between your business and you're also able to be a mother and a wife and still create a happy home. So help is very, very important. And the other point that we also emphasize on is engaging your children in what you do, so it is more
Exactly.
fun
I
for
think
you
that's important.
and it is more fun for them as well. Now, Kasela, I keep coming back to you because I think Mambo is on her second mocktail. And so this should tell you how delicious this are.
Yes, these are
How do
really,
you,
really lovely.
can you have more?
Of course.
Okay, so Kasava, would love for you to highlight, because I know with your mobile bar, I mean everything going on, you definitely have employees, and then you have little baby who's 3 years old and she doesn't want to eat this and that. So
She
you
wants
have to
one
deal
blueberry.
with- Yes, she wants one blueberry. but
nothing.
you have employees. How do you work around, handling your business, ensuring that it's, moving forward, it's actually something that is profitable to you, and that's something that is passionate. You started from somewhere, so I just want you to just give us a brief background on that and just how you're able to handle that pressure.
For me, it's at what point you decided
Yes,
to do Imwani. Yeah.
Okay.
my co-host.
Yeah. I've always done Imwani. Okay, no, I have done Imwani for about 5 years now. I've always done mixology. I've always been a mixologist. Imwani, give or take about 5 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and back then, or up until last year, it has always been a side business. And it's only now over a year and a month now. It's my full-time job now, and being a mom has been very challenging. I always say Imwani is also my child. Imwani is my firstborn
Your
child.
business is your baby.
The business is my baby.
Yeah.
And sometimes I catch myself thinking about Imwani even when I'm sleeping. I'm like, why is Imwani taking up so much of my time? I have two other kids, one who's right next to me. Yeah. But it's a dance.
Yeah.
It's a dance. It's like Mambo said, you need to accept all the help that you have been
Exactly.
given. My mom is such an amazing support system. She is amazing. She will take the babies whenever she wants to, whenever she can.
Wow.
And I am so grateful to
Yeah,
her for that.
yeah.
I also
Let me
have
just
a,
say thank you to mom. Sorry, because
Thank
for
you to
cutting
mom.
you short. Thank you to mom. I know Mambo's mom also plays a
My
huge
mom.
role.
Yeah.
Veronica's mom. So
Yeah.
thank you, moms,
Yeah.
for just being there
Yeah.
for your children. They go through so much, and this we're very busy these days. You
Yeah.
know, there's
Yeah.
so much going on in trying to work around the economy, trying to make money, take care of the home. So. Moms, thank you. Every
Moms,
other
yeah.
support system.
Yeah.
I know with Mimi Simutili is also very supportive with Mambo. So
Girl,
Mimi, thank you so
That's
much.
my girl.
Yes. So before we go to the break, I'd just love for you, Veronica, to tell us. You said you were in school or you're graduating. How's that been for you to handle a 9 to 5? You have your business on the side, which is Ron's Cake, and then you also had school, and then you have 4 children. How are you studying? Is it the 30 minutes that you wake up at 4:30 to study for school? Because most of us would be discouraged and say, I'm not going to do school because I have children and I have all this going on. So how has that been for you?
Okay, so like Mambo said, if you have a goal and you're focused, you don't try to make everything around you disturb you, because once you can actually have a lot of excuses not to do anything.
Exactly.
Actually, I can have an excuse not to have a business because I've got a job. I can have an excuse not to even have a job because maybe I have a husband, I have to take care of the children, and maybe I don't have time. But you really need to know what you want. And then once you know what you want, then you try and find out how you can get what you want. So like for school, nowadays, we have a lot of schools that are offering distance education.
Yeah.
So I was in school via distance learning. I know I was a bad student sometimes because I would forget I'm actually a student and only remember when it's time for residential class. Yeah, so there's this option that you can have as a mom or as a working person. You can actually have distance school whereby sometimes you can just really have a few weeks where you're really just focused on school alone.
Forget about the children.
When you're really studying, and the children will also understand because they'll know, Mommy, are you studying?
Yeah.
Or are you writing exams? Because they understand that this is something that you need to do and they get used to it.
Yeah.
So you can actually, we all have 24 hours in a day. So apart from you being the mom and making sure that everything is done, even when you have help, you actually have to tell these people what to do, when to do and how to do it, and maybe also teach the children to do certain things on their own. And also for your job, you make sure you do as much work as you can during the time that you need to be at work. So like for the baking business, usually for me not to maybe disappoint clients or be too stressed, I always say make your orders like 2 days before.
Yeah.
So when I know like maybe next week I have an order, I already know that on this day I'll be making cake, and usually I'll make in the night. Like in the night I make the cake after work, and early in the morning I have to wake up maybe slightly earlier so that I can finish it up, and that's done for the day.
Wow.
And over the weekend, maybe I have to deliver a wedding cake and everything. That's where we also get the help. Maybe you have to go and leave the children at my sister's place.
All right, now you can't see how women are able to.
Doesn't mean we have to stop improving ourselves.
No.
Yes. Always important. We learn every day, and that's why we go to school. That's why we are learning new things every day. And we also do that for ourselves, because if you're just stuck there as a mom, you're going to lose yourself. It's easy to lose yourself there.
That's true. That's true. And I think for you to actually be a really, really good mom, for you to be able to do your best, it's important that you're staying up there. And do whatever it is that helps you just keep doing what you're doing. You know, whatever keeps you sane, whatever helps you wake up, like Vera is saying, she wakes up and listens to music, all of that. If that's, if that's something that's helping her, do it. Okay, for me, I'd rather stay up, like a little bit, 2, 3, an hour or so. Before, like I wake up, I'll open my eyes. But for me to just get up and do something, I'm like, okay, I need this time to myself, and then I go. The other time is when I get home, I'll usually turn off my lights, because if they see the lights, you'll come home. They'll definitely
Mommy.
So turn off the lights, get in the garage. Get in the garage and just sit there for 5 minutes, and then when you're going in, it's like, okay, let's do this. Because it's kids. At the end of the day, when they see you coming, you haven't been home for the whole day. So every time they see you, they have exciting things to tell you. It's like you have 1,000 moms at the same time. That's how me and my kids developed this. We call it the 30 minutes rule. When I get home, they give me 30 minutes to myself.
Wow.
They know it.
And that's a value. You see, that's what we're talking about. You are teaching them how to be responsible citizens of human beings, and it starts from here. So they know they have to respect that time. And then, I'll come and see you later. There you have it, viewers. From this discussion that we've had, I think it's so... At first, I was defeated when we're looking into this topic. I was saying, you people, you have 5 kids and 4 kids and businesses and school. But I think after this first segment of this discussion, it's really given me a light bulb. Like, we can do it all.
You can
do it all.
You can. Yes.
Kids grow. They're not always going to be in our arms, on our laps. They grow. So it's important that you always stay in tune with yourself. And that's the only way you're going to... One day you're going to find yourself alone.
And the kids are gone.
The kids are not there. They're married or they're doing school in uni or something. You have to be ready for that. What happens? Do you pause your life now? Just because they're going to grow then? You live your life now.
Exactly. I think I 100% agree with you, Kasaba. It never always dawns on us that these kids are growing. As far as I'm concerned, they'll forever be, that little. But that's like really, really nice that you brought that up, because, eventually they grow. So that also encourages you as a mom, no matter how busy you are, whatever it is that you do, create some time. Spend some time with them, because every day they've grown. Every hour, every second, they are growing. They're not the same person that they were, a few seconds ago, a few hours ago. So I think it's always important. While all that is happening, while we're still keeping busy, while we're doing what we're doing, we should always remember to spend time.
Awesome. Very great deal of information shared there with you, our viewers. Now remember to also share your experience with us. If you have you know, when you talk about something, it really removes that heavy burden on you. And we want you, our viewers, to know that with Munati, you have a community, you have a support system. We are here to help each other. These ladies are here today, but we will have them back again. And you know, in the background, we'll still have them there. Veronica will be there to advise and say, oh, this is how you can handle this, and this is how we can work together. So please join us shortly after this break as we get into the next segment. Stay tuned. Munati.
Meaning something sweet.
Munati, your TV on the go.
Catch us anywhere, anytime, as long as you have a device and internet.
Munati TV is Zambia's first internet TV station.
And internet is just not in Zambia, meaning Munati TV cuts across all borders with viewers all the way from USA, Botswana, South Africa, the UK, and world over.
Internet is the future.
And the future is now.
Welcome to the future. Welcome to Munati.
Your TV on the go.